As a videographer, your gear does not matter. It's how you use it. Earlier this year, I went to Brazil and shot what I consider a cinematic masterpiece using nothing but my iPhone. What do you want out of life? When you wake up every morning and you're getting ready for the day, what does it for you? What brings your energy? What makes you feel like the best you there is? I've been chasing this feeling of aliveness since I can remember, and nowadays it feels like I'm almost there. Do you feel alive? Well, except the one drone shot. The result, awesome. But here's the kicker. It looked this good with the help of my friend over at Dehancer. This tool helped turn my pretty good shots from okay to beautiful. And it just gave me that authentic film look everyone right now is trying to emulate. Stick around and I'll show you exactly how you can level up your own footage using this beast of a plugin. I'll see y'all on my computer. I'm just gonna show you guys on one specific clip that I used Dehancer on and let it do its magic. I want to also disclaimer, I'm not super techie or deeply knowledgeable about what each specific feature does on this. One of the things I wanted to use Dehancer for whenever I was using this was because I like the grain, I like the bloom and halation effects, and I just wanted to experiment with like what kind of different filmic looks I can get. So if you want to roast me for that, go for it. But this is how I was able to get the look that I am going for. I'm going to show you how I got this. This was the clip that I colored, right? And just for reference, I have it on the master clip because I think I used it a bunch of times within my timeline. But the master clip is colored like that. This was the raw. So I just threw a basic correction on there, gave it kind of like that greenish, more cinematic look. And then I was just like, man, this is why I want Dehancer, because it's going to give me that film look that I'm looking for. So I'm going to start off. I'm just going to throw an adjustment layer on this guy. Just like this. I'm still in shock that this is all shot on my iPhone. I just can't believe it. I am going to type in Dehancer. Oh, it's already typed in. Throw this guy on here. So right off the rip, you can see that it already kind of gives it like that grainish kind of look. It's a very straightforward plugin, guys. It loads up over here on the side. Don't have to worry about any of this stuff right here. If I go over into Dehancer, this is everything right here that this plugin offers, right? So I'm not going to worry about the input. This is typically where you would just choose like what kind of camera that you shot with. It's converted right now for a Rec 709 just by default. So I'm not going to mess with that because I already have a color profile on here and I don't want to like duplicate the color out because it will look gross. So I'm immediately, one of the first things I'm going to do is go over to the film right here. And basically each section that you click on is going to have an enabled button, right? So if I hit the enabled, it turns it on or off. So on, off. So the profile that I went with on this guy was the Fuji Eterna Vivid 500. That kind of gave it like that more moodier, darker feel. I loved how this looked. Again, enabled, off, and if I click it, it enables it. I went through the film developer and I basically just turned up the contrast just a tiny bit. There we go. Put a little bit of a color boost on there just to kind of give it a little bit more saturation. And then I lowered the color separation on there just a tiny bit. And then I'm not going to worry about film compression. Again, I don't really know what film compression does, if I'm just being honest. I'm not going to worry about the print. I'm going to go over here to where the film grain is because that's what I personally wanted it for. And I'm going to put the profile at 16 millimeter at 250. So this gives it just a subtle amount of grain. And this just looks so beautiful. Oh my God, it looks so good. I want to show you guys as well. If you go onto the App Store, you can actually download this for the iPhone. I actually used it to make the thumbnail of this video. If you use my promo code CASEVisuals, you're going to receive 10% off of any plugin on the actual website. Not only is this going to help you win, but it helps directly support my channel to keep making content. I'm going to go with the halation. Again, guys, halation is more or less just like any reds in it. It's a very subtle kind of look. It's just going to add just a little bit of flare there. I just kept it on 35 millimeter at Super 35. And then the bloom is that glow effect, kind of that dreamy feel to it. It's going to take any of the highlights and just kind of over bloom them. So I'm gonna enable that, and I'm gonna go with, I think 8mm, might have been 16. Yeah, I think it was 16mm that I went with, but I kind of like this 8mm a little bit more. It's a little bit more dreamy looking. And then film damage is pretty cool. That's just gonna give it a little bit of the scratch and dust feel that you would see on old traditional film. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, cool. And then you could put like an overscan on there if you want. I didn't put it on mine personally, but basically all this is like this type of a look, and then you can kind of mess with the different stuff that's on it. So if you wanted to go with like a Super 35, it would give you that kind of a look, or a widescreen, it would give you that sort of look. So that's pretty cool because you're able to have those types of options. That's pretty much all I did on my end to kind of give it the look that I wanted. And then you have your different options of like vignette if you want to do your vignettes and stuff like that. Let me enable this guy. But I didn't, I already had a vignette on the original version of it, so I didn't worry about doing it again. And then basically you have your output control right here. So this is like the master of it. If you want it subtle, well, if you don't want it on at all, put it on 0. That's just, and obviously as you guys kind of keep controlling this is like your master knob. The higher you bring it, or the higher that you turn it up, the more the effect is emphasized on the clip. Boom, that's at 100%. And then you have your LUT generator right here if you want to export it into an actual LUT. That's how I basically did those effects. It was super straightforward, super easy. My guys at Dehancer really crushed this. I'm so thankful for them for allowing me to be able to review this, because this was something that I thought would take my videos to the next level, and appreciate you guys reaching out. If you want to level up your content and give it that filmic edge, please guys, go check out Dehancer. Trust me. This plugin was a game changer for my Brazil trip, and it's gonna do the same for you. If you use my code CASEVisuals, you're gonna get 10% off of any plugin on the website, and it's literally a win-win. You get to step up your visuals, and it also helps support my channel and keeps me being able to release content. So if you're interested, link is in the description. All right guys, that is it for this one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.